Miss MJ. It has been a crazy busy day here at the library. There's been so much that's been going on. I swear to God. We have had an engagement, a surprise engagement, which is awesome, mixed with computer issues, mixed with a random lost dog that is now, well, you can't see him, but because I'm standing outside, but somebody's stray little puppy who insisted on coming into the branch today, and we had to pull us to the side and try to take care of him, hoping somebody shows up, pick him up, but it's what it is. But anyway, it's been a crazy day. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Thursday. Of course, once again, we're right back for author book chat for Throwback Thursday. I'm starting a different chapter in A Heart Not Easy Broken. But I must say, first of all, before I even get started, thank you so much to everybody, random dog across the way, who says hi, by the way. I just want to say a quick thank you to everybody who's been tuning in to the last 3 that I've had. Last week was like the most people who logged in, so that was awesome. I definitely appreciate the shares, the likes, the fun comments. To everybody who commented and said that, hey, I'm getting ready to go check out this book, and who have actually gone and purchased the book. I think one person has actually read the first 3 in like regular time and left reviews, I believe. I appreciate every last one of them, and I just wanted to definitely say thank you guys. And again, if you're watching this video, please share to your writer group, your friends, anybody you think may be interested in getting a real romance story. So anyway, me keep moving. Feels good outside because it's so cold in that doggone building. So today, we're starting on a different chapter. I'm gonna introduce you guys to Brian. Now, if you've been tuned into the first 3, Brian is the blonde-haired, blue-eyed bass player that decided he's going to start watching Ebony as she's dancing at the club. Now, Ebony at the club trying to get the attention of the drummer, but instead she drew the attention of the bass player, who came up and offered her a drink, invited her to VIP. That's where we ended last week. Did she take it? Don't know. We will see. But first of all, we're going to start with chapter 2, and chapter 2 is it's from Brian's point of view. And I have some funny things about this too, because not only was A Heart Not Easily Broken the first book that I wrote, and really not having any kind of writing experience or even attempts to write anything before that book. Not only did I take on the idea of writing a book, I took on the idea of writing a book with the kind of like subject matter of interracial dating, interracial romance. But I also took on writing in the voice of a white male. What's the fun part in this? I'm not Caucasian, nor am I male. So this was just a challenge all the way around. This is just a challenge all the way around, but I think I managed to pull it off pretty good, because one of the things I can say is I have had people, different readers, say that Brian is one of their favorite male characters, that they need a Brian in their life. They got a crush on Brian. They want Brian, wish Brian was real, which makes me feel good because apparently I did something really well. So let me go ahead and read some of this chapter. This is chapter 2 from Brian's point of view, and what you're getting ready to do here is really you're just getting ready to learn about Brian, who Brian is, just like we learned about Ebony. All right, so here we go. Hey, Brian, we're done over here. Is there anything else? My cousin Dylan waved for my attention. I cut off the weed whacker to appraise Dylan and Peter's work, inhaling the smell of freshly cut grass. They did a good job clearing the yard of all the clippings. The decision to hire my young cousins for the summer had paid off. Letting them handle the grunt work left me time to handle the finer details, like trimming the hedges of my clients' professionally landscaped flower beds. I love to work, but after spending the weekend playing late-night gigs with my band, sleeping in on Monday would have been my preference, except my bills made it impossible. Besides, laziness was not in my nature. No, we're done. Take the bags to the curb. I wiped the back of my gloved hand over my brow to keep sweat dripping down from stinging my eyes. Dylan nodded for passing the message to his brother. I removed the weed whacker's carrying strap from around my neck, placed it on the bed of the truck, and reached inside the semi melted ice in the cooler to retrieve a bottle of Gatorade. The liquid saturated my parched mouth. Heads up, I tossed them both a bottle. They murmured their thanks before leaning against the tailgate. Man, it's hot, Peter said. How many yards have we done today? Dylan laughed. This is the fifth one, bro. Peter turned to me for confirmation. I nodded and threw my empty bottle into the bed of the truck, adding to this week's collection of bottles to be recycled. Man, how did I forget that? Peter mumbled. Because your mind is still stuck on 3 jobs ago, Dylan teased. Peter continued to have a look of awe on his face. I chuckled. If he had got flustered at the sight of 3 grown women lounging topless poolside, he was going to be dumbstruck when attending his first frat party in college. I remembered my time spent in college. Somehow I managed to discover my independence without screwing up too much along the way. How women always found their way into my dorm room after they learned I was in a band. A year after joining Diverse Nation, I got over the hype and focused on my craft instead. Being a member taught me discipline and kept me grounded with my eyes on the prize when it came to my career. Music was my life. Cutting grass made it possible to pay the bills until my career took off. I walked the yard one last time surveying our work. The hedges trimmed, grass cut evenly, and clippings were set curbside. Miss Dillard would be pleased. Finish loading up, I instructed while walking up the short stone path that led to a partially covered overhang and rang the doorbell. The narrow strip of shade didn't do much to ward off the sun's oppressive heat. My gaze went to the flower bed near the front door. There were a few weeds growing among her flower beds. I smiled down at the older woman as she opened the door. She was in her late 60s and believed in looking her best at all times. Miss Dillard lived next door to my parents. She'd been my first paying customer. Advertised my services at the monthly homeowners associated meetings until nearly every neighbor became my customer. As a thank you, I offered her a lifetime of free yard maintenance. She refused, insisting she pay a discounted rate instead. Miss Dillard, you look young as ever. I flashed a smile that used to earn me milk and cookies. She laughed. Brian, you're such a flirt. If I were 30 years younger, I shook my head. Yeah, but Mr. Dillard wouldn't want me to come back around. True. Oh well. She she stepped onto the porch to survey the yard. A great job as always. Thank you. You're welcome. Unable to resist, I asked, when are you going to let me weed your garden? I will do it. It would be of no charge. Never. I love to put my hands in the dirt. You handle the rest of my yard, I'll handle my weeds. Yes, ma'am. I accepted the check. Thank you. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Sweaty bare feet hanging out the passenger side window greeted me when I reached the truck. Peter, I am not going to be held responsible by Aunt Gina if your foot gets cut by road debris. Sorry, he mumbled, sliding his feet back inside. It's hot as HE double hockey sticks out here. My feet are on fire in these boots. Now that his feet were inside, it made sense he hung them outside. Telling him to climb into the bed of the truck didn't sound like a bad idea. Aunt Gina's not around. You can drop your choir boy act and say, hell, it'll be our secret. Yeah, right. My mom probably has my boots bugged. She come home and slapped me upside my head for after listening to the recording. I cracked up. Do you plan to let loose when you move into your dorm? I concentrated on backing out the doorway. Hell yeah. Dylan and I both chuckled. My attention turned to my parents' house next door. The yard would not need maintenance for another week. Unfortunately, my mother wasn't home. What I wouldn't do to snag a piece of homemade apple pie she always had on hand. From time to time, I missed home and my 4 obnoxious sisters. There were plenty of good times shared in my childhood home. Birthdays, holidays, and just flat out fun. My father made sure that as the only boy in the household full of women, we spent a lot of time together. My mom and sisters taught me how to treat a woman, while my dad taught me how to be a man. Work hard, never ever take no for an answer. Words I live by on a daily basis. We reached the front of the subdivision when my cell phone rang. I jotted down notes before snapping the phone shut. It looks like we've got one more job. Groans erupted from my passengers. Hey, you want to get paid, right? I glanced over my shoulder while punching the address into Google Maps. This is how it's done. You want your money for dates? I need my money for my girl, too. What girl? Peter blurted. I can't read either. Dylan cackled from the back seat. I have a girl. Unlike you guys, my girl isn't high maintenance. She loves it when I hold her, and it doesn't take much for me to make her sing. I grinned so wide, my face felt like it was split in two. Dylan pretended to puke. Dude, Peter said, you seriously need a girlfriend. I can't stand listening to you talk about your guitar like it's a real woman. Yeah, man, you need help, Dylan chimed in. No, what I need is a new guitar. That will take my playing to a whole new level. Peter snickered. Maybe, but your love life is gonna suck. I laughed, ignoring the ribbing. These young guys didn't understand. There was more to life than chasing after women. 20 minutes later, we arrived at the new customer's address. There were no cars in the driveway. According to the woman who called, her roommate was on her way back and would be responsible for payment. The guys waited in the truck while I surveyed the property, walking the length of the lawn, tossing small rocks to the yard's edge. And we're just going to stop right there because then we're going to see next week whose house could he possibly be at. We will see. Well, hopefully that was just an introduction. As I said, okay, I'm outside. Excuse me. I'm on my lunch break again. Outside because I couldn't stand being inside today in the cold room. So we've just had a whole bunch of entertainment. Just right. I think somebody almost had a car accident and got to cuss to somebody else. I don't know if you guys are able to pick up on that. But yeah, lots of stuff happening. It's one of those days. So anyways, just letting you know how that's going. No problem. Now go get that book. Hey, go get it, you read. Thank you. So my assistant manager just posted out, poked her head out the door and gave me a shout out. She said, go buy the book if y'all didn't hear it. But anyways, so like I said, that was an introduction to Brian. And as I said, it was my first time ever writing from a male's point of view. And especially as a white male. So again, what did I have in common with either one of those two things? Absolutely nothing. But what I did do, and this is one thing that I hear some authors say that they do, and anybody that I ever talk to who ask questions about writing and want to know, well, how do I properly, how is it that you can create a three-dimensional character instead of just a two-dimensional character? Giving a person life and movement and feeling and characteristics that make that character stand out from, other people. Well, one of the things that I like doing is I like finding an actor on a TV series is best, or in a movie or movies. But I usually find an actor that I like that usually serves as my character template. Based on, it might be just based on appearances. It might be based on the way that I've seen them carry themselves or the characters that they have played, like on television or movies or whatnot. And as my family, I will watch the heck out of stuff. And they'll be like, why are you watching this? Yet again, I'm not understanding. And it's because I'm literally no longer watching for entertainment purposes. I'm more or less watching to understand the way the actor moves. Like I said, it could be the way he may deliver some lines, like what kind of swag he has physically, in word choices, hand gestures, body language, all those kind of things. And in this particular case, for the character of Brian Young, the actor that I had chose was Paul Walker. Paul Walker was, to me, was the kind of guy that would attract the attention of Ebony. Really cool, laid back, was into his music, and definitely was one, as you saw, as he was talking about his father, teaching him not to take no for an answer. And I don't mean not to take no for an answer in a bad way. But it's like sometimes you get to those life situations and you're like determined that you want something or someone. Sometimes when they start throwing you some non-verbal cues or just straight up tell you, no, I'm not interested. Sometimes you got to figure out what you're gonna do to, be like, okay, I understand you're not interested, but that don't mean we can't be friends. We can't talk. So of course, as you saw how Ebony, when he first went up to Ebony in the club, she pretty much was like, no, I'm not. You're not my type. And he's like, okay, well that's fine, but that doesn't mean I don't want to know you about you. Let's talk. So again, we don't know whether or not she went to VIP yet because this is the next day or a day or two later, in fact. And you're just getting ready to see, you're just meeting Brian. He's no longer in the club. He's now out running his own business. So as you see, he's a business owner. He's an entrepreneur. He's not just about being in a band and playing music. And that's all he's doing right now. But no, he has bills to pay. So he's about running his business. He loves his family. He gets his family involved. He's got his two younger cousins as a part of it. And even after a long, hard day, when it ends, when he calls, and he gets that phone call and says, hey, need you to go somewhere else? What does he do? Tells his cousins, hey, I got bills to pay. I got things to do. Y'all want some of this stuff too? We got to go. And so there they go. So now when we pick up next week, we will see whose house he went to and what happens there. So that'll bring me to the end of today. Now, I will be announcing, I'm not announcing a winner of this week's audiobook version of A Heart Not Easily Broken because the contest is actually not going to end until later on tonight, I believe. So if you guys are interested and would like to get a free copy of A Heart Not Easily Broken, the audiobook, this is what happens when you stand outside too. Other people start waving while going by saying hi. Follow the link that's in my that's on my page, and I'll have it on my website and other places too. But the contest is being hosted through Great Books, Great Deals. Yay! Where you can go on there, just drop down on the screen, register for a copy of the book, and I'll be getting the winner tomorrow. So I'll come back and do a quick Facebook Live tomorrow to announce the winner. You can also, there's a contest also in there for you to win an ebook copy of A Heart Not Easily Broken, as well as a $25 Amazon giveaway part. I believe it is still on there. But yeah, just check them out. Great Books, Great Deals. They have great, wonderful contests on there all the time, and not just on my page link. Just explore the page. You'll find some other great book deals on there as well as other contests that you can participate in. And I think you guys, that's pretty much going to be about it. I think my lunch break is about over, and I haven't even actually ate lunch yet. I've been on phone calls. It is what it is. But anyway, for everybody who was able to drop in and stop by, thank you so much for spending a moment with me. If you're coming to the video later on in the day because you were at work, thank you for stopping by and checking out the video. Again, please feel free to share it with your family, your friends, your book clubs, anybody you can think of. Any support is definitely appreciated. And as always, if you hit me up, I will definitely answer. Other than that, you guys have a great, wonderful day. I hope it's sunny and decent weather wherever you are. If not, hang in there, people. Just hang on in there. It's almost right. Other than that, love you guys. See you soon. Bye.